welcome back to the game breaking news. Just Cause creator Christoph Sundberg has created his own studio. He left Avalanche after he sold it and everything. He was responsible for Just Cause 1, Just Cause 2, Just Cause 3, Just Cause 4, and he was also responsible for none of them having a multiplayer. Okay, there's some mods in Just Cause 3. I seen that where somebody patched in some multiplayer ability, PvP and stuff like that. Man, we need PvP in Just Cause. So I'm thinking now that this dude's branching off, maybe he'll do something in that vein to really push forward his games here into the next generation and kind of evolve them and do something new. Sure, Just Cause, they add a little bit of this. Oh, something new with a grappling hook, a tornado in this game, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it's always a single player experience, no multiplayer, no PvP, no co-op, nothing like that. So he's named his studio after a GZA album from Wu-Tang Clan. Okay, they were getting into some multiplayer action. They were a whole goddamn big old rap group. Can we get a group in up in one of your games there, like Just Cause? So that's what the new studio is going to be called, is Liquid Swords. Can we get maybe 2 swords at least fighting one another in one of your new games? That would be great, guys. So last year he left Avalanche Studios, sold it to some company, and now he's probably got a whole lot of money to start his own studio there. He says on Twitter, hey, I just announced my new game development studio, Liquid Swords, period. Hashtag Liquid Swords at Studios Swords. So go on over to Twitter, follow them, and see what they're cooking up over there. Might be a while before they really get it going, but I'm sure they're going to come out with something good, man, because Just Cause was solid. They just needed to add some multiplayer, something big to really, set it into a new direction. It's all about the single player solid and everything like that, but the game is all about an open world sandbox experience, which would just be perfect to experience with other people. This isn't a game that relies on it being a single player experience like maybe The Last of Us 2 or all these other games that are really linear and stuff like that. You can definitely add in some co-op action, man. It would be so fun to, grapple with your buddies and everything like that and fly around in the vehicles and this and that, and then you could get into some PvP action. I mean, there is just so many cool tools that you could use and utilize with some teamwork, or send over some attacks in some PvP. That would be fun as well. They released a press release that said Liquid Swords will be focused on open world action, explosions, shareable experiences, and memorable game moments for next generation consoles, streaming platforms, and PC. Now, what I highlighted here was shareable experiences. Now, that you could interpret that a few different ways. Shareable experiences, maybe, it's an experience that you're going to want to share with other people through a photo mode or something like that. But the way I take this, I think I'm taking it literally here, that it's going to literally be a shareable experience with another person, which means co-op, multiplayer, stuff like that. And I think that's sounding right down my alley. That's what I've been waiting on. I thought they were going to add multiplayer in Just Cause 4 finally. It never happened. I thought that every new Just Cause that came out, but I think now that he's branching away, he's going to want to do something new. He's going to want to do something that sets himself aside from Just Cause now that he left it over there with Avalanche. And I think this is a great way for Christopher to do that. He says, I've taken a 1-year break from the games business, and it was a very much needed break indeed. It has given me time to think about what I really want to create with a new studio. What remains identical to my way of building and running Avalanche Studio over the past 17 years is a no-nonsense game development focused approach. So it sounds like he still wants to create games that are action-packed like Just Cause. A lot of explosions, a lot of really spectacular scenes and stuff like that. I like that. That's sounding good. Now, it might be a while before we see anything from Liquid Swords, but I will definitely have my eyes peeled for that. The headquarters will be over there in Stockholm. I bet they'll be hiring if you guys want to try to get a job over there. I'm sure they could probably use some help to get their studio up and running. Okay. okay? I like their little logo too. It's like a dude in a raincoat kind of deal looking thing underneath an umbrella and a whole bunch of red fog around him. Very artistic kind of picture there. It looks a little depressing, really. Doesn't really match what I think of when I think of Just Cause or games like that, but you know, it's just a logo. But some people think maybe this could be some kind of hint or a little teaser of maybe their games to come. So maybe this is like the main character, maybe in one of their game ideas they have for the new studio. So it's a little mysterious looking picture here, but maybe this is gonna be, you know, the new Rico or whatever the dude's name was from Just Cause. You know, this could be the new dude here we're gonna be playing as. So that's something to look into and see if that unfolds, but we'll see on that later. So I think what they should do, if they're still looking for people to hire, is recruit some of these guys that were making that Just Cause 3 co-op and PvP mod. Okay, that was an unofficial mod, but hire those guys because they're passionate about your past products and work. They're already, you know, they already got the ball rolling. So if you hire them, man, we'll get that multiplayer going quick. They've already been doing some of the preliminary work on it, and they got a little something up and running. Maybe it wasn't the best experience, but it was better than nothing. I wish we would have had that over here on consoles, but that was a PC only deal. So I just do not understand how there was never any sort of multiplayer in Just Cause. I mean, was that Square Enix's decision? Was that Avalanche's decision? Christopher's decision? I mean, whose decision was it? And why wouldn't they try to do that? I know that the community has been wanting multiplayer. That's one of the most requested things, and a lot of these developers, they listen to their community and they try to deliver the people what they want. Maybe they were just putting too many of their resources and sweat into other aspects of making that game, and when all was said and done, there wasn't anything left over to be put into multiplayer. But it seems like if you have the building blocks there from Just Cause 1, Just Cause 2, Just Cause 3, you can get a multiplayer mode added to Just Cause 4. Maybe there's something in the infrastructure of the engine, something like that. All I know is I think this is good that the designer of Just Cause, the creator, I mean, is getting a fresh start where he can really do something new, build it from the ground up, and hopefully really get, you know, something new going, something, you know, more open to having more players in there. That would be great. I'm looking forward to that. I've said it before, these games to really be AAA, I think you gotta have the holy trinity trifecta of single player modes. You gotta have co-op modes and PvP. Those three things come together, okay, to make a game truly complete. You want to really cater towards all different types of gamers. The single player only gamers, the co-op gamers, and the PvP competitive type of players, okay? You want to really tap into all of those markets. You're gonna make more money that way. I know it's tough. You gotta put in the work. You gotta do more if you want to really scratch all those itches, but I think Liquid Swords can scratch those itches, okay? Swords will definitely, you know, I got faith. I'm saying it right now. Liquid Swords will scratch those itches, alright? So just be careful because they might be sharp. Luckily, Just Cause was so successful because their single player was just that good. It was that entertaining where it could really kind of just flow off of the single player. It didn't really need co-op or PvP. I mean, sure, to be something even better than it was, something spectacular, sure, yeah, it needed that, but it could get by just on its single player being so darn fun. But can you just imagine the magic of multiplayer in that type of fun environment? That would be something like we have never ever seen before. And if you guys have listened to the channel before, I'm all about moving the genre forward. I'm all about the next step, the next level in gaming, if you will. And I think a multiplayer Just Cause type game will be that next step. I'm looking forward to it. I have a lot of faith in Liquid Swords, and I think this is what they need to do to really make a big splash for their new studio. Go big or go back home, guys. That's what I say. So I think they need to do that. Add multiplayer, keep the single player solid too, add the co-op options and the PvP and everything like that. The holy trinity. And I think they'll be solid, okay? So Liquid Swords, be on the lookout for them, and I'll keep you informed here. And until next time, this has been Rusty Pfluger. Rusty Pfluger, over and out.